If politics, according to the history, is authoritative allocation of resources, and according to Harold Laswell, politics is who gets what, when, and how much. If we always have less qualified people superintending over more qualified people, decisions that will be taken for the welfare of the people will usually be wrong.
I say you cannot. I say why? I say because I'm Dr. Apoki. I'm your friend Dr. Charles Apoki. I remain your friend Dr. Charles Apoki.
I want to deliver a lecture on decadence in Nigeria's educational system and the impact on national development. Before I do that, I have some materials I came here with. One of them is money is an idiot. We pastors always tell you to sow seeds. If it is by prayer, Nigeria will be the richest country in the world. There are key principles of creating wealth, and they are useful. Then this is titled Echo Income. Talks about how you can do an activity that will keep you income even when you stop that activity. This is the oil of marriage. Talks about sex in marriage and issues associated with sex in marriage. And this is the philosophy of the ant. Talks about the principle of graduality. And I use this to lecture some pastors, the pastors of the Church of God Mission in Benin. It's titled The Pastor's Family and Finance. It elucidates key principles that have helped us to create wealth in a suburban or economy, like Ungeli when I went to the ministry after selling the hospital. Decadence in Nigeria's educational system and the impact on national development. What is education? Education is purposeful, systematic transfer of information for transformation. Education that does not transform a man is just information passed to him without effect. Training for better functionality and productivity. And productivity is not just activity, productivity is meeting generational expectation. So when you run a school or an educational system, then the products cannot compete generationally is a waste of time. It means grooming people to meet set objectives. It includes institutionalized acquisition of knowledge and grooming with certification in character and learning. You have formal education like the one we receive at government college in our university, and then we have the informal one that you acquire at home and through mentorship and other settings. And then non-formal education, which is usually vocational skills acquired. But what is decadence? Decadence is decay with loss of value. A young man recently bought his university degree, university certificate, and his NYC discharge certificate. He said that those certificates are no longer useful to him because the jobs he does many jobs for people who didn't go to school. I run two schools, and the challenge we have today is that people don't have value for education. Their mothers prefer to take children to HK. HK is a happy kingdom where you have your own with parents are ready to buy expensive funds for their children to do yahoo, but they're not ready to pay school fees. It includes loss of honor. It includes loss of relevance. Relevance is important for now. When our children are started saying that education is a scam, it means that for them, education has lost relevance. What is development? Development is improvement in all aspects of the life of the people. Their social life, their political life, their economic life, scientific discoveries, and the spiritual component of their life. Now, I talked about relevance. We have had a problem in this country, and that problem is that leadership in Nigeria, selection of leadership in Nigeria, does not take academic qualification into cognizance. We had Shagari, an appointment with 8 degrees, from architecture to law to history, being its vice president. At one time, we had Garakwa with Goodluck Jonathan, with PhD, being his vice president. Not too long ago, we had Buhari. I don't know what happened to his certificates. Don't look at me like that, you can't hear anything. I don't know what happened to his certificates. He had a professor of law as his vice president. In politics, according to the history, is authoritative allocation of resources. And according to Harold Laswell, politics is who gets what, when, and how much. If we always have less qualified people superintending over more qualified people, decisions that will be taken for the welfare of people will usually be wrong, and that's why we are winning hard. Somebody here will tell me it doesn't really matter, but I will tell you, Angela Merkel of Germany, when she finished her tenure, the whole German citizenry decided that at a certain time they would clap for her for 6 minutes, and the nation clapped for Angela Merkel. Angela Merkel was a professor of chemistry. So, as long as the king raises up, I'm a pastor, but I've told people that as long as you are ready to vote for foolish people, I'm not ready to join you for prayers for Nigeria. You will eat the profession too for yourself. So, the next thing is that I talked about development, but countries like Nepal have gone beyond just measurement of GDP. They now talk about happiness index. How happy are the citizenry with what is going on in the country? Now, what is the relationship between national development and education, and decadence in the educational sector? Costa Rica, as early as 1869, declared free and compulsory education. So the youth in Costa Rica have 100% literacy rate. And those who are a little bit older have about 90% literacy rate. Costa Rica disbanded their army in 1948 because when people have some education and good grooming, criminality is reduced. In Norway, their prisons don't have citizens. They import prisoners from other nations. But I can go and say, when you train the boys, you don't punish the men. Boko Haram, the word Boko Haram, said that education is not working. That's why in this current budget, the budget for education and health is just equal to that for defense. If we are trained people more in northern Nigeria and spend time training them, we will spend less on Boko Haram. So Nigeria will have a way of treating symptoms instead of treating diseases. So Costa Rica, you hardly see people migrating from Costa Rica and the economy is doing well compared to other Central and South American countries. I want to quickly look at, I'm a pastor, don't mind me. But let me say something. Apoki University was founded by Fatima in 859 AD. Between 859 AD, 2 years later, Apoki University was founded by a Muslim woman. It is the oldest continuous degree awarding institution in the world. It's in Fez, Morocco. The roof is green. And it is written that when Apoki University was established, the golden era of Islam took place. The golden era of scientific discoveries and spiritual development. So you can see a correlation between educational development and national development, even in the Islamic world. And I always say this, why is the Islam in Nigeria different from the Islam in Kuwait, different from the Islam in Dubai, that pursues scientific development and growth? As long as religion becomes an assassin of the intellect, it will not cease to be the opium of the people. And when people are addicted to opium, they become violent. Now, I want to quote somebody. Some people believe that it is Nelson Mandela that said this. Others believe that it is Daniel Phillips. He said, destroying any nation does not require the use of atomic bombs or the use of long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing cheating in exams by students. And if you think of this, you will find out that patients die in the hands of quack doctors. I've been benefited in 40 years, I've left medical school. When you go to hospital today, the doctors will prescribe and prescribe and prescribe and prescribe. It is because they don't know what they are treating. They will send you for so many lab tests. My friend runs a hospital in Alabama, and he told me that today's doctors, sometimes they look at phones to make diagnosis. And when the lab results, the lab tests are too many, it's a sign of confusion. You don't need more than 3-4 lab tests to diagnose a case. You go around Nigeria and see people treating for Staphylococcus aureus. Staphylococcus aureus is a contaminant. It is not a venereal disease. If you put boric acid in the culture medium, Staphylococcus aureus won't grow. So, when education fails, you will see a pilot that is supposed to carry people to Abuja, carry people to Asaba. When education fails in a country, you will see building collapse because we produce engineers that did not go for lectures. You produce quantity surveyors that will inflate contracts because they might not be criminally minded. They don't know what to quantify. Our president here, when we wanted to do something with peace and government college, he wrote the bill of quantities. Only 3 blocks were remaining when we finished. Only 3 blocks were remaining when we finished. Only 3 blocks were remaining. That means, and when a country is always wasting material, because the road they have not left office for more than 3 months. The bridges are breaking down. The roads are stifling because the engineer, the civil engineer, contractor does not know what to do. We're in a very serious situation. Once, and the man also wrote here, the man I'm quoting, he said that when we have standard of education falling, that we have justices that deny people right judgment. And in the recent cases in Nigeria, we've seen the judiciary misbehaving in the sense people giving contrary judgment. The judgment is different from the statement the one on paper. We are gradually becoming a failed state and an insane country. Because if we are not educated, we will behave like the European state. Now, why are we here? GCU was founded in the similitude of 18 countries in the UK to draw the best out of the best young men and enable them to fulfill their potentials to the best of their abilities and to make them impact society positively. They've been calling the names of prominent people in this hall, from senior advocates to lawyers to pilots. That end was achieved. But how was it achieved? Admission was by merit. In a bid to meet millennium development goals, education for all by 2000 or whatever, we broke down merit and just packed people into schools. I know the school. I'm having a problem now. When I set the standard very high, and parents are not coming to beg my wife to admit some people. We had sanity in my school. But when ruffians started coming in, people who didn't pass started coming in, I'm having a challenge in maintaining the standard that is it. One of the problems we had at government college was at the point all kinds of people came in. But Eaton College was established for academic elitism. Somebody will say, was it democratic? Yes, there was social justice. I was sitting with Agodo in my class. His father was the secretary to the state government. My father was a refuse collector in Warri Urban District Council. I went to the same school with the secretary to the federal government, some same city, to which they had social justice. I went to the University of the College of Medicine on night. Now, people will say, what happens to other people? I want to title the People's Republic of Nigeria. I think I read it in 1998. It said, when you gather pebbles and put them in the glass container and shake them, that the bigger pebbles will come up and the smaller pebbles will go down. That if you turn it around and shake it again, the smaller pebbles will go down and the bigger ones will come up. Now, excellence is not democratic, it is end. Every person can, there's Harvard, there is Princeton, there is Yale, there are other Ivy League universities. That when you are admitted to those universities, your people celebrate. So, we cannot just bring every person to some schools. Let them go to other schools. Let's give them the same teachers, give them the same opportunities. But they should not come and distract those who have excellence. Let's use people who have excellence to form the elite corps. In the American Armed Forces, you have the Marines, then you have Navy SEALs. Navy SEALs are the best of the best. And when there is crisis that the Marines cannot solve, you carry Navy SEALs there. This system of retarding some people for others to meet up, this nation can never develop like that. Recently, we had Big Brother Nigeria, and they were interviewing Big Brother Nigeria and contestants. None of them could answer a question correctly, and they were graduates. And those Big Brother Nigeria people, for showing up and breast and not brains, were given about 200 million. While the girl who makes first class will get 2,000 naira reward. A nation that celebrates bomb and breast instead of brains can never develop. One of the problems with Decadence is that there's bigger. I am Dr. Apoki. My school number is 72-019 at Government College. My matriculation number is 25954 in the College of Medicine. I was house captain of National House at LBC World. Today, people take positions, titles, qualifications that have no use. And as long as we have reverence, we celebrate it, we like it. That is the danger in the decadence we have in Nigeria. Some students were talking the example, and my daughter sanctioned them. The teacher said they are talking with the exam on, it's not the exam malpractice. The anger I had, I can have been someone. Because that's my allowed somebody to copy her, invest in the outside university, and they suspended her. Me, I expelled her from the school and took her from year 3 to write jam. Because you know well, you allow somebody to copy you, go and write jam again. Today, she's doing so well, administering my school. When people see her, they say, Apoki committee this one. I could have allowed her to be suspended and taken her back to university. No, there's a system I grew up from, and that system made me, and I will not have tolerated that then. So I cannot tolerate it for my own. I took my son from year 4 in the Decadence University, was in medical school. I asked him, what is Nielsen's plan? He didn't know it. I told him, you will feel me in old age. I took him from year 4 to year 2 in Europe. Today is an orthopedic surgeon in Germany. When people see how did you become a doctor so at such a young age? He said, my father was a doctor, but the truth of the matter, I insisted on excellence. I insisted on excellence. So, what did I get from government college? Number 1, grooming. You dress your bed as you woke up. And a U.S. general was saying that the act of dressing your bed organizes your mind and organizes your day. Number 2, we were regulated by girls. Bam, you woke up. Bam, you went to your workplace. Our friend is here. His elder brother will be ready our party reference. Bam, you will go and take your bath. Bam, you are running to the dining hall. Bam, bam, if you don't get there on time, you won't eat. So till today, I don't go late to this. I will deliver materials late. This one will come late. Doctors will come to work late. A nation cannot move forward and catch up with its rate if lateness is a tradition. And my brother, Oriaote, was talking to me yesterday. The number of things you could do in a day. You see, government college will live a synchronized life. Bam, siesta. Bam, bed. Bam. Your life was synchronized. You could do so many things in a day. People ask me, how do I practice? How do I run schools? I preach, I run farm, I sell real estate, I do many things and many things. No, my mind is trained to do things harmoniously, limited time, efficiently, and produce results. We can't raise children that are thrown to school with uniforms flying. We can't raise young girls that leave their uniforms dangling when they are going to school. As at 9 o'clock yesterday, I was driving a boy. Going to top of the grammar school was watching his phone. I told him away, go out to the school, tuck in your uniform. I went to the general hospital, one button was not there. The laundryman cut it. Dr. Judo told me, if you come here without this button, tomorrow you will see what I will do to you. I didn't complete that thing. So, when a child does not dress well, his mind is not organized. The next thing I learned is the dining hall culture. In the dining hall, we sat orderly. Oh, but we don't look at me like that. I know what to do. Don't look at me like that. In the dining hall, they had seniors were here, one senior here, another senior here. The class 2 boy shared the food. And the class 1 boy distributed. There was no rush. There are things you must never do if not it will follow you, even if your own boys association member. If you did killing, that means you send a disproportionate amount of food so that it will be near you. They will know every person's eyes are on you. The next thing is construction. Construction is when the class 1 boy is sharing the food, it will manipulate it in such a way that the class 2 boy, I don't know why some people are looking at something like that. So that the class 2 boy feel he can manipulate it to himself. And we frowned at such things because they were training us for social justice. Social justice. Many of us here will have big billionaires, but we are never destined. Never, ever destined. Another thing that I learned is I come from a very poor background, by the morning and by the afternoon and by the evening. for eating Remy. What does that teach you? It teaches you to be satisfied with what you have, to be contented with what you have. I don't look at another man's wealth. My own is my own. If it does not match your own, I will get there one day. That training has helped me. The next thing is that training of not crossing laws. I went to speak in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, and we were going to the person, and they wanted to cross the law. And I said, I don't cross the law. And Justice Office came forward. They went to government college. He said, I've been telling them, we don't cross law. But other people that went to bush schools were crossing the law. I was thinking a few days ago, why not cross the law? Due process. Due process. For those of you who really have the spirit of government money, you will discover that you are always fighting with people where you work. They want to cut corners. They want to do it this way. But the way we are trained, you don't cut corners. You follow the right process to get to where you are supposed to get. We cannot have a good electoral system, a good economic system, and you can't become a scientist by cutting corners. You must do your research and get to your conclusion. And so, those are the things that were ingrained in us. And those are the things that we need to re-emphasize in education in Nigeria. Then the general inspection, we painted our houses. We planted our flowers. So we had a sense of ownership. That's why we love this school. A sense of ownership. A sense of responsibility. The local government chairman would drive us a bad road to his office, doesn't concern him. The governor will pass a bad road to his office, doesn't concern him. We will not allow you to kill our flowers because we planted them. And so this nation needs to invite a sense of responsibility right from the secondary school level, so that people can own this nation and own this nation. I am not living in this country because I own this country. My children can stay there because they don't own this country. We competed. I never saw a house fight with another house. We play football, play cricket, do stuff, but we never fought each other. So we had competition with a sense of brotherhood. Today, Nigerian army are going to shoot a police headquarters in one of the states. You see policemen fighting in our streets. You see people killing each other because of political office. We competed, we did not fight each other. Now, the president here sponsored a program from his foundation called SOS, Save Our Schools, Save Our Students, through his Sanimo Foundation. We got to schools after speaking a JSS student. He says, sir, I am committing adultery. JSS, do you know the spelling of adultery? He said, yes, I sleep with married men. JSS student. We took one of the programs we sponsored, the OBR. After speaking, one question and answer, a 13-year-old girl raised her hand. If I want to go to school and my mother wants me to be a prostitute, what should I do? A teacher was teaching in a group of female teachers. She was teaching. A student went to meet her. Auntie, your distance said to make we do. I am in the system, so I know what is happening. Auntie, your distance said to make we do. Students went to a school and beat a teacher and threw him from up there, and he died. Even the elites that are supposed to have gone to school are part of the Decadence. One politician, I think I won't call the party, secretary to one of the parties, went with people to one school in Abuja because the phone of the son was seized. He carried the vice principal, put it inside the boot of the car, and he said that no man can do anything, and drove the vice principal away from the boot of his car. I was sitting on the doorway. When they put on the boot of his car. Unfortunately for him, Maybe our chairman will remember. He was brought to court with collar cut around his neck in a stretcher. DSS went to a school to beat up teachers. In my school, a parent came and beat the name of a teacher. Parents are ready to come to school to fight teachers because their children are missing. But a woman's daughter in a career was disciplined by the head girl. She ran home to a brother. The next morning, a woman came and said, "Who punished my daughter?" The head girl raised up her hand. A woman put his hand in his pocket, gave her money. He said, "Thank you for training my daughter." Today, if they try it, they will go to school. There was somebody that was to play the national anthem. He said, "Triple chief now, who calls it?" Instead of playing the national anthem, he did before he played it. Akore went there with his hand and looked like pizza. Whipped him one slap. Oh! That boy's father was a principal in another school. He did not come there to complain. Today, parents are constituting a problem in school management system. I won't talk of autism, I won't talk of lesbianism, I won't talk of homosexuality. We may not hate girls, particularly those of you from the Mori house, and you don't have those of you from Mori house, we may not hate girls, but we had grooming and we had a vision, and our parents did not come to school if we are disciplined. We have a great case in our hand, a great challenge in our hand. If we don't train these children, we'll keep sending our children overseas. Tupac Shakur said, if you don't spread your wealth to the poor, they will spread their poverty to you. I was in Springs in South Africa, and an Indian saw me when I introduced myself. He said, "Nigeria?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You people are criminal." And I told him, "Shut up your mouth. Criminality is intelligence looking for an avenue for manifestation in the midst of oppression and implementation." In Nigeria, if we don't provide good education for our children, we entail in school, gaining favor with God and man, reaching the age of 76, said, Satan tempts every person, but an empty mind tempts Satan. May we fill the minds of our children with sound education and great vision so that they will say they will not tempt Satan. God bless you and your blessing of the child.
I'm lost for words. If you sit down in this hall, is not sensitized by those words of wisdom, I will be immensely surprised. I wonder if standing here, there are great minds like this that can transform our environment. Good Lord. Bless Dr. Apoki. Please, another round of applause for him, please. For those of you attending this event, I'm sure this is going to be so memorable. Simple lecture for you to take home and impact on the rest of the family. So moving on, next on our program, we'll have, by the way, we'll have a person to unveil, to launch. And before we launch that book, we'll have Francis, Mr. Francis Abu, to come and